It's the Patriots and the Lions. All that and more coming up next.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Wow, just one.
What is the problem, ladies?
This game has already changed because for the defensive side,
you want to play with the toy? And Zena's over there? Is that what's going on?
Even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one.
Let her play with it, and then you can play with it.
As this game moves on.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And it's throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stick.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Lions defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Richardson to the air on first down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down, Detroit.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The 13-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 3rd down and 1. Now Richardson back to throw it. Pass taken in by his goal end. Touchdown! Sam Laporta, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Justin Herbert and the offense back onto the field. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
I think she wants me.
Now Herbert with it,
Oh,
looking
that's
to
her
pass.
problem. Okay.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Well, this defense for the Lions much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Now Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Richardson to throw off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st down, Lions.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now it's Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
New England's offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a give to Taylor. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards.
Herbert throwing again. Short throw underneath to Hurst. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, Richardson. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
A final shot before the half, Richardson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Joshua Dobbs, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Russell Gage, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a touchdown reception. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Richardson's throw taken in by Chark. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And the Lions first down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Richardson. That is caught by Laporta. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony Richardson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
This taken in at the goal line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
16 yards. And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the
Herbert off of play action. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He'll find Williams on the slant. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Quentin Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Now Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record, but instead it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
On first down, it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Lions on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Herbert now. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And it's third down.
Richardson shotgun on third down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Richardson off the play fake. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Off play action, Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On third down, here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's another Patriots first down.
To the air again, Herbert. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.